One of the most important indicators of life on Earth is plants and the vegetation they form. Plants are of vital importance in terms of oxygen production, climate regulation, maintaining the water cycle, and the growth of agriculture products. The fact that plants bloom, shaded their leaves, or bear fruit not only affects nature but also directly influences human life. Therefore, scientists monitor changes in plants to make predictions about the future of the climate, ecosystem, and agriculture. Thanks to the satellites sent into space by NASA, plants cover can now be monitored on a global scale. Satellite images show how much of a region is covered in green and the type of plants within, as well as when they bloom and how climate change affects them over time. Based on this, valuable information can be provided in many areas, from determining products, planning to ecological conservation. Changes observed in the Black Sea region between 2020-2025. The Black Sea region is one of the Turkey's. Most of the region was covered with dense forest. While broadleaved species like beech, hornbeam, chestnut, and alder were dominant. In the west, coniferous trees such as spruce and pine were more common in the east. Between 2020 and human impact began to be observed more clearly. Climate change and droughts in recent years during summer season have increased. This has particularly affected moisture-sensitive tourist space and caused some plants to move to higher altitudes, in other words, toward higher elevations. Exposure of agricultural areas, tea and hazelnut farming has expanded more in the eastern Black Sea, and corn farming has increased in the central and western. Report changes in the vegetation cover in the Black Sea region and NASA 201 introduction. The Black Sea region has experienced significant transformations in its vegetation cover in recent essays. Factors such as urbanization, infrastructure projects, agricultural expansion, and forest fires have contributed to the reduction of natural forest areas biodiversity. Urbanization and infrastructure projects like the Black Sea Coastal Road and the expansion of cities have reduced natural vegetation cover along the coastline. Forest fires and damage, especially in the western Black Sea region, forest fires and insect infestation have caused several losses over time. 3. NASA's contribution. NASA's Earth observation satellites provides critical data to monitor environmental changes. Landsat satellites deliver high-resolution images to identify forest density and agricultural boundaries. MADIS, Moderate-Resolution Imaging Spectrodiometer, tracks greening and seasonal changes across large areas. FIRS, Visible Infrared Imaging Radiometer Suite, records vegetation changes both and nights. 4. Consequences of vegetation changes. Ecological impact. The decline of forest limits habitats for birds, insects, and other species. Agricultural and economic impact. In areas dependent on tea and hazelnut production, drought risk may increase, affecting human welfare. Vegetation changes can also contribute to pest and plant diseases. Future risk. Without careful monitoring and protective measures, the biodiversity of Black Sea region could face severe damage. 5. Conclusion. Between 2020 and 2025, the Black Sea region vegetation cover, climate change, urbanization, and agricultural activities have reduced forest areas, expanded farmland and altered species distribution. Although the vegetation cover of the Black Sea remains relatively rich and strong, these changes highlight the urgent need for sustainable practice. NASA satellite data offers invaluable support, enabling both ecological and economic decision-making to protect the region's future.